You did it. You finally saw the vision of your future. And that's not a small thing. That's heaven pulling back the curtain and letting you glimpse what is possible for your life. Because the word says, where there is no vision, the people perish. Without vision, we drift. We repeat the same year again and again and call it a life. We wake up, we go to work, we come home, we scroll on our phone, we sleep, and our spirit is slowly dying on the inside. But the moment God gives you vision, everything changes. You can't stay comfortable. You can't stay average. You can't unknow what you now know. You've seen yourself free. You've seen yourself focus. You've seen yourself walking in purpose, providing for your family, changing atmospheres when you walk in the room. Now, the question is not, did God give me a vision? The question is, what am I going to do with what God showed me? The Bible says, write the vision and make it plain that he may run and readeth it. That means this, if you're serious about what God showed you for 2026, it can't just live in your head. It has to hit the page. It has to hit your schedule. It has to hit your habits. So in 2026, no more vague dreams. No more one day. No more when things calm down. You know this, you know how we do. This is the year you write the vision in plain language. Build your days around that vision. Say no to what steals your focus, and yes to what strengthens your calling. Ooh, y'all like that? That was my preacher. That was my preacher in me. And the reason why is because vision without discipline is just a fantasy. Vision without decision is just a daydream. God is not showing you this future to tease you. He's showing it to you to call you. He's saying, this is who you really are in me. This is what your life can look like if you walk with me, obey me, and trust me. So hear this. You're not too old. You're not too late. You most definitely are not too broken. You are not too far behind. Is these some of the things you tell yourself? Look, if you're still breathing, there's still vision for your life. There are people who are attached to your obedience. There is a generation attached to your yes. In 2026, you can't afford to live visionless. You can't afford another year of drifting, numbing yourself and calling it normal. This is the year you stand up and say, I refuse to perish for a lack of vision. I choose to see what God is showing me. I choose to write it, live it, fight for it, protect it. So here's what you do next. Tonight, you get still before God. You ask him, Lord, what is my vision? What is my vision for 2026? Then you listen. And whatever he tells you, you write it. And then you take one bold, disciplined step in that direction. Not next month, not when you feel like it. Today. Today. Because your future is not waiting on a new year. Your future is waiting on a new level of vision, a new level of discipline, a new decision from you. If something in you knows this is your word, this is your year, your time, then say it out loud with me. 2006, I will not perish. I will live by God's vision for my life. Feel it. Believe it. It is so. It is so. I'm your boy Ward, the atmosphere changer. And you know, I believe it. I believe that the reason that I have to do this video, the reason I have to do these videos, I believe it's because there's a calling on my life. And I'm not trying to be spiritual or churchy, but this is who I've always wanted to be from a little boy. You know, excuse me, pardon me. If you're one of my friends that I grew up with, this me, you probably don't know. Unless you was a real close friend. But if you was someone I just hung out with, you know, we went to the clubs or whatever, or we went to the basketball hoops or whatever. To me, you know, it's the silly guy who cracked jokes, and I still do that. But this part of me, that desire to inspire people to be their best, to live the life they have always imagined. Most of my friends don't know that. They've never seen that part of me. A lot of times they watch these videos and they be like, that ain't Mark, that ain't Ward. Because they used to the silly me. And I'm still that person. I'm still, even my wife, me and my wife, we've been knowing each other since we were children, kindergarten. And it was a surprise to her. She thought that I would be making silly videos and stuff like that and acting a fool. And that's great. That's fun. But I have a calling. I have a calling to inspire people. I said in my last video, I'm a great man who impact millions of people's lives in a positive way by encouraging them to live their best life, by living the life they have always imagined. That's how I see me. That's how I've always seen me, even as a little boy. Somebody say they can't do it. Yes, you can. Now, my friends may remember that because I was always that guy who believed you can do whatever it is you said you was going to do. I was with you. I was with you. If you said, while we was playing football, you was going to rush for 100 yards, I was with you. I'm with you. If we was playing basketball and you said you was going to score 40 points, I was with you. I believed you. I believed you. I believed in people. I've always been that. But in the last, I'll say, 10 years or so, I've been more into wanting to motivate people to take some risks. And to be honest with you, I'm really motivating me to take risks. That's what I'm really doing. Live the life you have always imagined. I'm talking to me. I'm talking to me because I have been afraid to do certain things. Well, I was afraid to shoot videos because I'm thinking, oh man, what they gonna say? They gonna be laughing, or they gonna be talking about me. So what? So what? It don't matter what someone else think about you. All that matters is what you think about you. I don't know where I learned that, but once I embraced that, it didn't matter what nobody outside of me thought about me. The only thing that mattered is what I thought about me. Only thing that mattered is what you think about you. That's all that matters. However you see you, that's how you're going to be. That's how you're going to show up. I have a friend, an old girlfriend. She pretty too. Woo. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, life wasn't treating her right in Cincinnati. You know, she had a little reputation. And the men she would date somehow or another, who she used to be, would come up. She hadn't been that person in years, but it would come up. It had bothered her. Well, unlike most people, she did something about it. She moved to a whole nother city. She moved down south and showed up as the person she wanted to be. Now, I know some people say, oh, that's fake, that's phony. No, it's not. It's not. It's your life, it's your choice. It's up to you to show up as who you want to be. It's up to you. As you know, I always talk about the 5 elements of a successful life. That's what me and my wife teach, the 5 elements of a successful life: purpose, vision, attitude, discipline, and decision. That's up to you. Make a decision. Decision is the last one, but it's the most important one. Make a decision. If you make a decision, discipline yourself to do what it takes. Have the right attitude, and then you'll have a crystal clear vision. And that crystal clear vision will lead you to your purpose. That's what this is about. That's what the 5 elements of a successful life is. Being who you want to be. Show up as whoever it is you want to be. In 2026, make a decision. This is who I am. This is what I'm doing. This is what I want. And go do it. And don't worry about the outcome. Matter of fact, another great saying, marry the process, divorce the outcome. What does that mean? Fall in love with the process. Who gives a crap about the outcome? You ain't got to worry about the outcome because the outcome is going to happen. If you do the process, the outcome is going to happen. That's how it goes. That's how it works. If I want muscles, if I do 100 push-ups tonight, what's going to happen? Nothing. But if I do 100 push-ups every day for 6 months, I'm going to have some muscles because that's the process. Whatever you want, find the process. What has to happen? What do I have to do? Make a decision first on what you want or who you want to be. And then find the process. And fall in love with it. Don't deviate from it. And I guarantee you, the outcome will happen. Now, some things, like I was saying about the push-ups, I know 100 push-ups every day is going to take about 6 months. And it's going to show. Your little shoulders and your little, chest, little definition. I know that. But now, some things are spiritual. And a spiritual manifestation, you can't put a time on that. You just have to know that you know that you know it's going to happen. You understand? Like, something like, look, I'm fishing. Something like, say, finding finding the right mate. Now, I chose my words carefully. I didn't say finding a mate. I said finding the right mate. Finding the right mate, you can't put a time on that. Now, what is the process for finding the right mate? Now, I can talk about that. I know about that because I found the wrong mate a few times. But what I had to do, I had to work on me. I said, okay, what type of woman you want, Mark? Now, not to sound shallow, but the first thing I said, I can't believe I'm going to tell y'all this, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you. Because we've been on here about 15, 16 minutes. If you still on here, you deserve to hear this. The first thing I said, I want a nice looking woman. I want a pretty woman. My wife a pretty lady. And I said, I want her to have, some curves, a nice little shape. My wife, she all right, she got nice little curves. She cool. She ain't da-da-da-da, but she cool. Oh, I hope she don't watch this. But I said, okay, that's how I want her to look. I'm like, okay, looks ain't everything. How do I want her to carry herself? What kind of woman do I want her to be? What kind of woman do I want her to be for me? How do I want her to treat me? And then after I got all that together, how I wanted her, the hard question was, okay, Mark, what type of man attracts a woman like that? What attracts a good-looking woman who's going to be a great wife, who's going to cook for you, love you, talk to you, listen to you, laugh at your corny jokes? Who do you have to become, Mark, to attract that type of woman? Oh, wait. That was something. See, because most people think, well, I'm already that. No, I was not already that. I was not already that. And I had to acknowledge that. So as I started working on myself and being that man that I thought was what the type of woman I wanted, desired, sure enough, I didn't have to go looking for my wife. Now, they say a man finds a wife. And I did find her. But what I'm trying to say is, she crossed my path. She crossed my path. She sure did. Because she was looking for me. I'm looking for who looking for me. Oh, yeah, I'll catch that tomorrow. That's that church thing. Oh, you will catch that tomorrow. But she was looking for me as well. Like I said, we've been knowing each other since we were 5. I hadn't seen her since, let me see. She was a bad girl. She got put out of Woodward. Anybody put out of Woodward, he was terrible. She left our high school when she was a freshman, went to another high school. She went to Aiken. So 10th, 11th, and 12th grade, I didn't see her. And once we was out of high school, we both was in different relationships. And I ran into her and we spoke and, how you doing, and blah, blah, blah. Then we seen each other again in our 30s. She had been in a relationship, I had been in a relationship. You know how it go. And we was working together. Both of us had a full-time job and a part-time job. We was working together at our part-time job. And, we enjoyed each other's company. That's our early 30s. But nothing of it, we just friends. And then I was about 40. And that was the time I was telling you what type of woman I wanted. remember thinking to myself, man, I shouldn't have passed up Arnetta. She was a good chick. She'd have been a good wife for me. Like I said, it was not 2 to 3 weeks we crossed paths. And we've pretty much been together ever since. Yeah. Ever since. Know what you want in 2026. Go get it. Go get it. It's there for you. It is there for you. I'm your boy Ward, the atmosphere changer. I can't believe I was on this thing for over 20 minutes. But I was talking today. I was yapping. I love you guys. Have a happy New Year's. I hope Christmas was awesome. I know it was. I know it was. I know it was. Go get it, guys. Whatever you want, it's yours. See you in the next video.